Welcome to the second episode of Robed Ramen Reviews. My name's Redacted, and here with me I have a brand new brand of noodles that I've never seen in the stores before. These are called the NAKED NOODLE. Now, I just found these the other day. I've never tasted them before, so I'm very excited to cook these, very excited to eat these, I'm very excited to rate these. We're going to go in order of the Thai sweet chili, the Thai green curry, and finish it off with the Chinese chow mein. Alright, so we are going to cook the Thai sweet chili noodles, and let's crack these open. Ooh, that is an odd smell. So, when I first opened these, I noticed the noodles are very thin. You can see they're not actually individual long noodles. They're small, short noodles broken up into different bits. So, I'm curious to see how that goes when we're eating it, but okay. Okay, so the first instruction here is to pour boiling water into the noodles. So we are going to get some water boiling. So here with me I have the pot that I'm going to pour the water into. So I don't think we need a large amount of water, but I'm going to put enough in there that I know I'm not going to make too little and have to reboil some water. So we're going to take this water and put it on the stove. So, while we're waiting for the NAKED Noodles water to boil, I'm going to take a brief moment to talk about the cup noodle stir fry. I found a new flavor, the Korean barbecue flavor. I want to say these were very good. These felt a lot better than the other two, but not so much better that I'd give them a significantly higher ranking. So, without going into too much detail, I'm going to give the Korean barbecue flavor a 6.5, making it the best out of the 3 cup noodle stir fry ramens. Our water here is starting to boil, so we're going to give it a little more time, and then we're going to pour this thing in. Alright, the bubbles have bubbled enough. It's time to pour this into our noodles. And obviously I'm not going to do this on camera because I couldn't do this one-handed. Alright, so I've turned the boiler off, and we're going to start pouring this into this. Alright, so it's filled up to the line, and according to the instructions, we leave it sit for 4 minutes. So let's set a timer. So our timer is currently ticking down, and I will check back with you guys in about 3 minutes. So now that our timer is done, we can start stirring these noodles around so that they're prepared for eating. And I noticed they smell pretty good. They do smell like actual chili this time as opposed to soy sauce. These feel like they have a pretty good texture, at least from my fork. And on the subject of forks, still no chopsticks. Our production team is working very hard on that. But these are stirred pretty aptly, so let's taste them. So it's finally time to taste the NAKED Noodle. This is the first I've ever had of the NAKED Noodle, so I'm very excited. The noodles are very white. Most white noodles usually get darker as you cook them, but we are going to try some of these. These taste very strange, I gotta say. I can't quite pinpoint why they taste strange yet. I can definitely taste Thai chili here. It's just, there's something clearly off about these. So a little further into this meal, I've noticed that the noodles are pretty soft when you first eat them. When you first bite them, they feel pretty soft, but when you try to chew them, they feel chewier. It's kind of difficult to explain. They have a very, very odd texture. But the sauce is definitely good. Something that's pretty common with a lot of ramen is that as you get towards the bottom, the flavor is more concentrated. So the sauce doesn't mix up in the water as well as it should. But with these, I've noticed that the flavor is pretty well distributed. Like throughout the entire dish, there's a pretty even distribution of the sauce, and I don't have to worry about it being too weak at the top or too strong at the bottom. Everything that I just said about the sauce being distributed evenly, I'd like to retract. Instead of it being a gradient, where it's weak at the top and then gets heavier and heavier as you get to the bottom, it's weak throughout and then very strong at the bottom. Now, the very strong in this case isn't bad. This tastes much better at the bottom. It's just that since it's so much stronger at the bottom, it takes away from the rest of the meal, because what I ate before gets its ratings lowered because I realized that the entire dish could taste as good as this, but it doesn't. It is very good at the bottom. Regrettably, we happen to be out of milk, so I've gone for the next best thing, and that is water. We are going to wash this dish down with some water. The next flavor I'm going to have is the Thai green curry flavor. Now, after I tried the last one, I'm a little bit curious to see what this one does. This one's only ranked a medium spicy, where the last one was ranked spicy. So we're going to crack this one open, but since these are two of the same brand and you cook them the exact same way, I'm going to cut to me eating them. So here we are. This one is a lot soupier. I feel like I put more water into this one, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I do definitely recognize this smell from somewhere. It's just very difficult to tell what it is. I feel like while I'm eating it, I'll be able to pinpoint what it smells like. But let's take a bite. Oh God. That is not very good. That is not the best ramen I've ever had. Wow. Okay. Ugh. These are a lot chewier, whereas the other ones felt kind of a good balance of soft when you bite them and chewy while chewing them. These feel very chewy all the way through. And they have the weirdest flavor, and it's definitely not a curry flavor. I really can't tell what this tastes like. After being about halfway done with this dish, I've come to the conclusion that I am not going to be able to finish this. These noodles do not taste good. The last one, the noodles tasted a little bit off, but the sauce tasted pretty good, so I could eat that. And the vegetable toppings added a very nice accent to them. So the Thai sweet chili, I enjoyed those. However, these, I do not enjoy these. The sauce is off. The noodles are somehow worse than the last one. And there's very, very little vegetables in this. So I'm going to have to cut this one at the halfway mark and skip to the Chinese chow mein. And since I still don't have any milk, let's have some more water. So here I have the final of the 3 naked noodle flavors, the Chinese chow mein. This is the only Chinese one, the last 2 were Thai. When I tried to stir it, the sauce at the bottom was almost a solid. It took a lot of fork work to mix it up evenly. And somebody I know has told me that they've tried the Chinese chow mein and it was disgusting. So, worst comes to worst, I have a trash can next to me. Let's dig right in. Oh, sweet God. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awful. This is disgusting. Maybe another bite? Oh, God. The noodles are so horribly firm and yet so chewy. It's like the first two cooked at least relatively okay, but these are just awful. The sauce is, I can't pinpoint what's wrong with it. It says it's a garlic soy sauce, but it does not taste like that. It tastes like if soy sauce was, it tastes bad. I don't like these. The other one, I could at least get through half of it, but this, 2 bites is enough. These are horrible. Although a simple water thermos isn't going to be nearly enough to wash away the utterly disgusting taste of that last ramen, it's all we have. So, drink up, I suppose. Here we are at the final verdict, where I'm going to rate these out of 10 and decide whether I'd buy them again. The first thing that you're probably asking is, what happened to the Chinese chow mein? That one tasted so bad I lit it on fire, so it's not here. Between these two, I personally like this one a lot more. I was able to finish this one, but that was because it was spicy. The spiciness was able to mask the awful flavor. And this one, I got about halfway through before I gave up because I realized it wasn't going to get any better. This one gets a 3 out of 10. This one gets a 2 out of 10, and the Chinese chow mein doesn't even get mentioned. Thank you for watching.